So what EcoTrust Canada does is we work in community development and on environmental issues, predominantly on the coast, predominantly with First Nations and other essentially marginalised communities. And we work really on two things. We work on providing information for good decision making, and then we provide capital to try and accelerate a shift to what we call a conservation economy. I think, along with everybody else in the world, was frustrated by the debate, which was really you either have environment or you have jobs, and you can't have both. And I thought that was a really frustrating and sort of self-defeating paradigm. So I learned of the work of EcoTrust in the United States. EcoTrust to me was the only organisation not just talking about jobs and the environment as a sort of intersection between economy and environment, but actually prepared to do something about it. I think that the environmental community has been very good historically at telling people what they can't do. You shouldn't clear cut the forest, you shouldn't argue over who's going to catch the last fish. The difficult challenge is, okay, if you don't want to have an industrial approach to everything we do in terms of the resource base in Canada, what are the alternatives? How do you finance them? What do you actually, what is it that you can do as opposed to constantly sort of this refrain of what you can't do? So our real focus is on trying to provide the tools, the capital access to communities that have already made the decision that they want to live sustainably, but are trying to figure out what the business plan is. I think one of the biggest obstacles, frankly, is earning trust in communities. Very important. Earning the trust of investors, earning trust of governments. One of the hurdles has definitely been a kind of an inability sometimes on the part of governments to even see where they impede social enterprise and social change. It sometimes feels risky to be trying to provide capital to enterprises distant from markets. There's not a lot of capacity, there's not often good governance, there's not good business systems. So you take what are risky resource-based enterprises to start with, you lay over those a sort of triple bottom line approach around social value and environmental value, and then you try and still run them as a business, and then you try and also make them profitable businesses. So there's a bunch of risks get added along that chain all the way along the line. The reality is that in places like this, especially with First Nations, there is almost no access to capital. There is almost no access to some of the absolutely fundamental things that other businesses in other sectors and other places would take for granted. I think EcoTrust, what we really are trying to achieve is the proof of possibility, to actually show people that not only is a sustainable economy possible, but to actually prove that it is possible in really tangible ways that people can come and look at, can measure, can taste, can feel, can buy, and can be associated with in a really positive way. And so far we seem to be succeeding. We have absolutely critical issues facing the planet right now. We have to have radical shifts in the way we do business and in the way we think about our society. We need new thinking and we need fresh ideas. I want us to be known for having led and having succeeded at transformative social change.